Now, the first step that you want to do once you put the concrete boards and fasten to cut out the casing around the frames, the door frames. The reason that you want to do that is because it's better to actually slide the piece of travertine inside the molding that cut it around. I mean, it looks really sloppy. So what we want to do is determine a little bit of the height of your tile. In this case, I'm going to use this piece of cardboard folded in, double to mimic the thickness of the cement that I'm going to use to put this down. So after that, I just place this upside down to not scratch this too much. And using a jam saw, or this is an oscillating saw, they're way better than this ones. I mean, this is good, practical 12 volts. So you want to cut around here and just get all the little pieces out, okay? To determine that you're ready to start putting your tiles, you want to clean with a sponge. Actually, sweep with a wet sponge. Not so wet, to avoid lifting too many particles of the dust up. Is recommended because of the type of material that is made with, which is like containing silica and stuff, and that is a harmful material recognized by different states. So it's good to clean up really well, I mean, for your own health and overall performance if you do this for a living. And then you start proceeding making all your marks and all the stuff and putting the tiles. As I said before, we make some cuts over here on the moldings and all that. And here's the very important thing. When you put in travertine marble or any type of marble, the idea is to avoid spaces in between the joints, so as much as possible. Here, I'm putting them right next to each other, and it demands a little more of work and precision. Now, to achieve some sort of precision, I always encourage to use this type of trowel. This one is about 1/2 inch of between the teeth, 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, one of the biggest ones. And the reason is that you want to have that cement in a position that can help you to make the joints meet evenly. And that is possible because when you have a lot of cement, like you're seeing over here, you're able to play with the cement and adjust it to the right height. And you're talking about 1/16 of an inch in this case. We're not talking about a lot. I mean, it's a lot more precision involved in this. It's not impossible because I'm doing it. And somebody taught me, like I'm teaching you. So once you do that, I mean, trace the lines, make the preliminary cuts that you need to do, and obviously do the cuts that you need along the way. Like we're gonna have some vents that we need to cut, and I'll show you in a moment. But that's how you start with that. Remember, having that, the consistency of the cement must be one that is not too soft to dissolve, and not to have those nice grooves. And if it's too hard, it will be crummy, and the surface, the material will not attach to the cement. So always try to maintain a material that once you start mixing with a mechanical mixer or whatever, that if you put your hand through it and it maintains the hole, that's kind of the proper thing. If it's too hard for the machine for you, you better put a little more water or the material that you're using to mix it up with, okay? This is a very important, crucial part of this project. I'm going to teach you a technique or a few techniques to achieve a really nice level with your marble travertine tiles. There's some sort of like mysticism around these things, and I'm going to make it as simple as possible, because sometimes people are selfish, they don't like to teach you the tricks. But here's YouTube, so now you can learn a lot of stuff from other people, right? Well, okay, so here's the important thing. Remember, using really good cement, a nice 1/2 inch trowel to put this thing together. The consistency of the mortar cement has to be just good enough to be soft, but not too hard, so you can actually maintain these grooves that you're probably seeing over here. You see, they stay stable, and that helps you to adjust the height of your travertine marble tiles in this case. Now, if you notice, there is no spacing between these things. So a lot of people will say, oh, you gotta leave spaces. That is not right. You can actually put them together. So ask the people that built the Sistine Chapel if they did that, a long time ago. So what you got to do is that if you, don't feel frustrated if your house is not level. Don't let somebody sell you the idea you need to put a poor concrete slab thin on it because you want to have it 100% level. No, your wood structure is flexible. So, if it's a little bit of curvature, just make sure that your seams, your joints are 100% level. How do you achieve that? With that trowel. And if you find a little place that is too high, bumpy up, move it, just kind of move it up because this is kind of delicate when you're playing with it. And this thing is really sticky. So you kind of move it up, take out whatever you need to, put a little bit more, whatever the area that you need to, and just kind of start moving it around until you get that level that you want. But it's possible you can do it. I learned it from somebody that was teaching me kind enough. Well, it was hard for the person to teach me because, some people are selfish. But I learned it and I want to share it with a lot of people now. So enjoy the project and I'll see you in another video.